and having this body that's boom pow pow, and I am nowhere near boom pow pow, but I am nowhere where I was. Okay, so we making little changes every day and we're seeing the results. All right, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and welcome to the world of Courageous Rage. Remember, I'm your good girlfriend, so just here to drop some gems that hopefully someone can use to get through life, okay? Between the pandemic and, in my case, losing my spouse and trying to work every day. People are trying to raise kids, take care of loved ones. We got a lot to contend with, and sometimes we just need a good girlfriend, and here she is. Make sure that you subscribe, you like my channel, because I want to be able to drop more content like this. Hit that notification bell so you can know when your girl is releasing stuff, okay? You don't know I'm here if you don't get a doorbell, ding dong. So hit the notification bell. And lastly, leave a comment. We're going to be talking about advice that I'm giving people in order to get through tough times. Like I said, we're going through a pandemic, so this is all going to be about things that I do to help myself stay positive, as well as to help myself move forward when we're dealing with difficult times. So buckle up, hey, buckle up. We about to get going. The first thing that you can do when you're going through a tough time is to journal. I am a avid bullet journaler. I naturally tend to like to make lists, and I love to check things off of a list. I also love to write my thoughts down, and bullet journaling has truly helped me to get through difficult times. Right after losing my husband, literally, I would write lists for the most mundane things like clean the house, do your laundry, wash your hair. And I'm telling you, those lists, they gave me a guiding point, a roadmap, just to kind of help me deal with every day. So one of the things that I would say that you should do when you're going through hard times is to set your intentions, and one way you can do that is through journaling or making lists. I love bullet journals, so most of my journals, I don't know how YouTubers do this, so I'm hoping you guys can see this, but most of them are dotted. I prefer the dotted version, and the journal that I'm loving, normally I would go with a Leuchtturm or a Moleskin. At this time, my journal, this is one that I transitioned from. This is my newest one. I'm transitioning here to here. Maybe we'll talk about that in another video. But normally I would either use a Moleskin or a Leuchtturm. But from another YouTuber, I can't remember what video, I came across this brand by Archer and Olive. Right here, and I will link down below the website where I got this, and the quality on the paper is very good. Outside of my bullet journal, I've also discovered, I do have an iPad Pro, I've discovered GoodNotes and digital journaling. So I'm new to digital journaling, but I don't know, guys, I kind of like it. One of the things that I would do initially is sometimes I'll just write down how I feel. That's very therapeutic. Like I said, also too, setting your intentions for the day. So writing a list of what you need to do, it kind of helps you get through the moments, right? When you're going through grief, or you're going through depression, or you just have those awkward, weird, emotional moments. Sometimes when you set your intention, it helps you to just set a plan on what you can do to kind of help you through. I would say if you haven't tried journaling, even if you just pull out your iPhone or your Android, if you're an Android user, and just use the Notes app or download a Notes app and just kind of, or a memo, just kind of write notes, write down your feelings. I promise you, if you do it enough, it becomes a habit. For me, it is therapeutic, okay? So give it a try. Let me know in the comments if you've tried this and it's worked. Yeah, give it a try. Next thing that I do to help myself when I'm going through pretty tough times and dealing with craziness and things like that is drinking water. Now, I know you guys are like, what? what? Like water? Guys, hear me out on this one. Hear me out on this one, okay? Before you make your assumption. I'm still on my health journey. I have changed my eating habits. I have changed my relationship with exercise, which I'll talk more about that. But in changing my eating habits, I have totally cut juice and pop out of my diet. So I do enjoy a LaCroix. If I'm craving something, I will do a diet. I don't do that very often either because, of course, there's something wrong with everything you choose to do. Even when you think it's healthy, it's not healthy. And apparently diet pop is not healthy. So there's that. But I do enjoy sparkling waters like LaCroix and things of that nature. For the most part, my only beverage that I drink consistently every meal, all day, all the time is water. Water has helped me not only clear my skin, which I've always struggled with, dark spots and patches, which was due from hyperpigmentation because I do suffer from eczema. Also too, from just being at an unhealthy weight, I would have darker skin in different areas and creases. But drinking water not only decreased my caloric intake during the day because we don't calculate how many calories we get just from beverages. So you're eating your regular meals and then you're drinking juice or pop and you're just adding on more and more calories. And I mean, from my limited research, you know, a calorie is a calorie. So your body gonna do what it needs to do with sugars and carbs no matter what. And so you don't want to get the majority of your nutrition or your calories from beverages. So drinking water has not only helped me physically, my physical appearance, it's not only helped me to deal with my issues with eczema. I have not, let's knock on something. Knock on anything, okay? Knock on Jesus' door, okay? But I have not had an issue with eczema since I eliminated pops and juices from my diet. Water is a cure. It's a lifesaver. It also, I don't know, I feel like my moods are better when I drink water. I don't know what sugary drinks do to us, but all I can say is that water in some way I know has changed my life and I'm happy for it. So I guess the gist of all of this is for you to try eliminating pops and juices and sugary drinks and just try water and see if that'll help you, because it definitely helped me. And to be honest with you guys, I stopped drinking pop and juice right after my husband died in May of 2019, and I've seen some amazing changes for the better in my life because of it. So drink your water. Drink, okay? The next thing that I did, and you should do, and I know that, you know, this is something we all should be doing, but we don't really talk too much about how exercise can help us mood-wise. So another thing that I've done consistently since losing my husband is to maintain an exercise regimen in my life. Exercising, not only has it helped me to physically change my appearance, which I think we always sometimes equate diet and exercise just to losing weight and having this body that's boom pow pow, and I am nowhere near boom pow pow, but I am nowhere where I was, okay? So we making little changes every day and we're seeing the results. The exercising has really just helped me with my moods. Like when I would feel really down and grieving and like not feeling good at all through the pandemic, when it was some very lonely moments. I mean, imagine losing your husband 2019 and then being thrust into a global pandemic where you really can't be around your friends and family. With the grace of God and his strength and glory to just help me to make better decisions for myself, have I gotten this far. Just know that, okay? But I exercised throughout the pandemic. I continue to exercise, and no, some weeks I'm not perfect, but when I tell you, when you look at a month, there are more days where I at least get 30 minutes of some type of exercise in than there is not. My ultimate goal is to exercise 5 times a week. On a bad week, I'll be somewhere between 2 and 3 times, okay? But what I'm saying is that I consistently make an effort to make sure that I don't let a lot of time get in between me and physical fitness. And it has done wonders for not only me physically, but mentally and emotionally. I feel better. I perform better. I work better. I am better when I get my exercise. Some days I struggle to get there. Some days I don't feel like it. But for for the most part, the benefits outweigh the cons of trying to get up early in the morning before work or trying to fit it in when you just want to lounge all day. The benefits far outweigh. So mentally and emotionally, if you're not working out for physical fitness, don't even think about physical fitness. Work out for your mental health, okay? And the others will follow. If you think about the mental benefits that exercise, and I'm sure there's someone who can put in the comments below what those benefits, what serotonin, whatever releases, or I don't know. I don't know all of that, but what I do know is from what I have physically experienced, which is I feel better when I make sure I incorporate exercise. So ladies and gentlemen, get your exercise in. Do not skip a day. Even if you go for a walk, get your exercise in. You will feel great. The next thing that I want to talk about, cleaning my home and keeping my house clean. I know. We all like to think that we're even the neatest of people struggle, okay? We have our moments where we just don't have the energy. But I will say this, I make a routine. I ain't putting it in my journal, okay? To do certain things throughout the week so that I'm not adding to my chore list at the end of the week, because I'm also I'm gonna say that for last. I'm not gonna even say what I was gonna say. Keeping your house clean, guys. I mean, honestly, it feels good to come home when your house is not a mess. Doing something simple every day is just like making your bed. That is something that I struggle with. Over time, I have realized that before I get up and do anything, I make my bed and I make sure that it's fresh and it's ready for me to get into. This is something that I've recently made an effort to make sure I do every single day because I love the way it feels, but I struggle too. I mean, I didn't used to be a bed maker. My husband, he would always make the bed. I mean, that man was very disciplined, okay? He would always make the bed and I'd be like, I mean, not in a bad way, but you know, just when you see someone who does something so consistently, you're like, you got a little bit of like, okay, you got some discipline, but I benefited from it. And then after he passed away, I went through a stint where I didn't make the bed, and then I realized that I missed that, and so I reincorporated it, and I'm glad that I did. As well as I make a routine to make sure that I wash laundry every week, right? Because one load is easier to do than 12, right? So I got out of the habit of waiting to do laundry. I do that more on a consistent basis. I do small things like sweep and mop throughout the week so that it's not overwhelming me. It's easier to say, hey, you know, on Tuesday, I'm gonna sweep and mop the kitchen than to say on Saturday, I'm gonna sweep, mop, do the laundry, make my bed, dust, clean the bathroom all on Saturday. You know, that's like taking up a lot of time, and we all don't have a lot of time. So I try to incorporate my chores throughout the week, and I'm so happy that I do because my house constantly stays neat and it feels good to be at home. I look forward to being at home, and I'm more productive at home because of it. So clean up and put a system in place. Even if you just do one small thing, don't try to do, you know, overwhelm yourself. Just do one small thing. Just say, hey, I'm just gonna make sure I make my bed. And that will lead to a domino effect of other things that you will do. Just start somewhere, okay? And you will feel so much better. At least I do. I don't know. Some people may love the chaos, but I feel better when my house looks good and it smells good. And I'm just like, welcome home. Moving on. Okay, so while I was talking about that, it brings me to my next point, okay? My next point, make sure you look good. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Sometimes when we're going through a hard time, it's easy for us to begin to slack our maintenance things, which is getting our hair done. In my case, getting my hair cut, making sure my curls are together, putting on a cute outfit. Sometimes we tend to let those things fall by the wayside and we begin to look the way that we feel. That is a no. I can't say it hard enough. Yes, we have our moments. Yes, and no one can look perfect 100% of the time. No, but make sure when you're going through a tough time that you continue to do those things to maintenance yourself so that you don't look the way that you feel. And I mean that because when we look good, we tend to feel good. Even if we're going through a tough time, I would still go get my nails done. I would still get my hair cuts. I would still get up in the morning and, you know, iron and pick out a good outfit and make sure I did those things that made me look good, because one of the things I promised myself is that I was not going to look the way that I feel. I felt like some days when you are there are days when I miss my husband where I just feel like, why? But I don't want to feel that way and look in the mirror and be like, girl, why? Okay? I don't want to do that. I would rather deal with my emotions and not add to them by, like, you know, it's easy to be like, oh my gosh, I lost my husband. We're in a pandemic. And then I look in the mirror and I'm like, and I look like crap. So then it's just like, there's nothing left. Like, I'm just losing on all ends. But it's another thing to say, I lost my husband. I feel horrible about it. It's hard for me. I'm going through this. But you know what? When I look in the mirror, you look good, girl. You're looking like, you're not looking the way that you feel. So it gives you just a glimmer of hope when you're going through hard times. Don't allow for those hard times to allow for you to neglect yourself, because quite honestly, when you're going through something difficult, you are the only person who's going to get you out of it. Okay? You need you. So you can't be your savior and your crucifier. You shouldn't be, right? Because it's going to be hard to save yourself when you're also doing yourself wrong. So make sure those things that you do have control over. I don't have control over being a widow. I don't have control over the fact that he's no longer here. I don't have control sometimes of my emotions because they overwhelm me and they come out of nowhere. So I don't have control over those things sometimes. But what I do have control over is me getting up, taking a shower, doing my hair, making sure I put on a fresh face to the world, putting on a nice outfit. I do have control of that. So the things that you have control over when it comes to yourself, make sure that you do not shortchange yourself on those things, because they will help you to deal with those things that you don't have control over. I hope that, you know, it's going to be the conclusion. I think I've said enough. This will be the conclusion of this video. But like I said, you know, I hope that these small tricks and tips that I bestowed on you guys will help someone be able to get through their tough times or things that they're going through. I hope that you're able to use them in a positive way in your life. If you were able to, please come back and comment below on how you were able to use these things to help yourself. I'm gonna catch you guys next time, okay? So have a productive week. Make your bed, drink your water, or move your body, and make sure you beat your face.